Recording in progress.
Mga karaksang magmamarka sa inyo, ang 4H, 4H, 4H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo, sa 4H Club nila. Ang 4H Club, andito na, ating kapuso't kapamilya. Sa 4H, 4H, 4H Club, mag-aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4H, 4H, 4H 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sa 4-H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga. Ang 4-H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na, halina at maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga karanasan magmamarka sa inyo. Ang 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ang 4-H Club, andito na, ating kapuso't kapamilya. Binubuo ng isipan, puso, kamay at kalusugan. Kaya kabataan pa, anyaya'y tanggapin, sama-sama tayo sa pagsisilbi. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, wow, wow. 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 Kasama ka sa bawat kilos at saya. Isang samang hangarit tagumpay sa loob ng paaralan at lipunan. Tara, sama na't sumali ka sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club.
Go. Hello, 4-H Club Miller. Good luck. Study hard. Work well. And good luck on everything you do.
Sa 4-H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga. Ang 4-H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na, halina at maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. kapilan. Isang samahan at pamilya, hangarin ay makasama ka sa bawat kilos at siya. Isang samahan, hangarin at tagumpay sa loob ng paaralan at lipunan. Tara, sama na't sumali ka sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mag-aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club Pilar. Sa 4-H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga, ang 4-H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na, halina at maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga karanasang magmamarka sa inyo. Ang 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club Pilar. Ang 4-H Club, andito na, ating kapuso't kapamilya. Binubuo ng isipan, puso, kamay at kalusugan. Kaya kabataan pa, anyaya'y tanggapin, sama-sama tayo sa pagsisilbi. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club Pilar. Isang samahan at pamilya, hangarin ay makasama ka sa bawat kilos at siya. Isang samahan, hangarin at tagumpay sa loob ng paaralan at lipunan. Tara, sama na't sumali ka sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club.
As it is best that learners are taught these practices even at an early age.
4-H
It will enable them to understand and apply data and develop solutions to more complex problems. Now that technology is continuing.
Kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga. Ang 4-H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na. Halina't maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga karanasang magmamarka sa inyo. Ang 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo. Sa 4-H Club nila. Ang 4-H Club, andito na. Ating kapuso't kapamilya. Binubuo ng isipan, puso, kamay at kalusugan. sumali ka sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mag-aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, 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 wow. Sa 4-H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga, ang 4-H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na, halina at maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga karanasang magmamarka sa inyo. Ang 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, 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 wow. Ang 4-H Club, andito na, ating kapuso't kapamilya. Binubuo ng isipan, puso, kamay at kalusugan. Kaya kabataan pa, anyaya'y tanggihin, sama-sama tayo sa pagsisilbi. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mag-aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mag-aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Isang samahan at pamilya, hangarin ay makasama ka sa bawat kilos at siya. Isang samahan, hangarin at tagumpay sa loob ng paaralan at lipunan. Tara, sama na't sumali ka sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mag-aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, 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 wow. Sa 4-H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga, ang 4-H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na, halina at maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga karanasang magmamarka sa inyo. Ang 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, 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 wow. Ang 4-H Club, andito na, ating kapuso't kapamilya. Binubuo ng isipan, 4-H Club Pilar. Isang samahan at pamilya, hangarin ay makasama ka sa bawat kilos at siya. Isang samahan, hangarin at tagumpay sa loob ng paaralan at lipunan. Tara, sama na't sumali ka sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mag-aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club Pilar. Sa 4-H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga, ang 4-H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na, halina't maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga karanasang magmamarka sa inyo. Ang 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club Pilar. Ang 4-H Club, andito na, ating kapuso't kapamilya. Binubuo ng isipan, puso, kamay at kalusugan. 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sa 4-H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga, ang 4-H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na, halina at maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga karanasan magmamarka sa inyo. Ang 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ang 4-H Club, andito na, ating kapuso't kapamilya. Binubuo ng isipan, puso, kamay at kalusugan. Kaya kabataan pa, anyaya'y tanggapin, sama-sama tayo sa pagsisilbi. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, wow, wow. 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 Kasama ka sa bawat kilos at saya. Isang samang hangarit tagumpay sa loob ng paaralan at lipunan. Tara, sama na't sumali ka sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club nila. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sa 4-H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga, ang 4-H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na, halina at maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga karanasan magmamarka sa inyo. kapilan. Isang samahan at pamilya, hangarin ay makasama ka sa bawat kilos at siya. Isang samahan, hangarin at tagumpay sa loob ng paaralan at lipunan. Tara, sama na't sumali ka sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mag-aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club Pilar. Sa 4-H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga, ang 4-H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na, halina at maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga karanasang magmamarka sa inyo. Ang 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H Club Pilar. Ang 4-H Club, andito na, ating kapuso't kapamilya. Binubuo ng isipan, puso, kamay at kalusugan. Kaya kabataan pa, anyaya'y tanggapin, sama-sama tayo sa pagsisilbi. Sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club, mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4-H, 4-H, 4-H Club. Mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng
STEM education at its core simply means educating students in 4 specific disciplines, namely science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. STEM uses logic to creatively solve problems. Every job requires STEM skills. So whether it's science, history, and music, STEM is vital in preparing students for a better future. Here are the science and engineering practices for the next generation science student. Asking questions and defining problems. Developing and using models. Planning and carrying out investigations. Analyzing and interpreting data using mathematics and computational thinking. Constructing explanation and designing solutions. Engaging in agreement from evidence. Obtaining, evaluating, and communicating information. Here are the technology practices. Become aware of the web of technological system on which society depends. Learn how to use new technologies as they become available. Recognize the role that technology plays in the advancement of science and engineering. make informed decisions about technology given its relationship to society and environment. STEM is engaging learners. STEM is preparing for the future. STEM encouraging innovation. STEM is for all.
STEM practices and innovation are terms that you may have heard before, but do you understand what they mean? What are they? How do they work? How can they assist society and its citizens? How critical are they in preparing the younger generation for the future? Critical thinking, science literacy, innovativeness, hypothesizing, making predictions, explaining or claiming based on evidence, carrying out experiments, and developing and using models are examples of STEM practices. By incorporating these practices in a highly adaptable framework to suit students of various needs, students develop a love of learning and they become more prepared for the modern future. With effective collaboration and thoughtful implementation of STEM practices to give birth to innovative ideas, economic growth can be more improved, for it helps businesses produce more with less. As businesses and workers become more productive, the prices of goods and services fall and workers' wages rise, improving our standard of living. With the rise of modern technologies and new opportunities that require the knowledge of the STEM areas, it is best that learners are taught these practices even at an early age. It will enable them to understand and apply data, and develop solutions to more complex problems. Now that technology is continuously expanding into every aspect of our lives and science is everywhere in the world around us, STEM education is needed to deal with changes in society, such as technological advancements and the Internet of Things. By educating learners of STEM practices and their implementations, further innovation can be achieved, enhancing society's capacity and ability to solve different kinds of social problems that the future may present us.
Okay, so after this, what do you do? Let's take baby down, baby down. Para sa machine lang ang problem.
STEM education extends beyond school subjects, providing a set of skills that govern how we think and behave. STEM education, which combines of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, assists us in addressing current and future global challenges. Hi guys, my name is Gilda Shalomakayan, grade of STEM student. Today, I'm going to share to you the STEM practices and innovations. So let's get started. Each STEM component brings a valuable contribution to a well-rounded education. Science gives learners a deep understanding of the world around us. Technology prepares young people to work in an environment full of high-tech innovation. Engineering allows students to enhance problem-solving skills and apply knowledge in new projects. Mathematics enable people to analyze information, eliminate errors, and make conscious decisions when designing solutions. The STEM approach to education fosters creativity and divergent thinking alongside fundamental disciplines. It motivates and inspires young people to generate new technologies and ideas. With a focus on practice and innovation, students get to learn from inquiry-based assignments. STEM education gives an understanding of concept and encourages knowledge application. To keep it in short, its aim can be formulated in two simple actions: explore and experience. The students are free to exercise what they learn and embrace mistakes in a risk-free environment. Project-based learning and problem-solving help learners to form a special mindset. Its core is in flexibility and curiosity, which equips learners to respond to real-world challenges. STEM enhances teamwork and communication. STEM education prepares the world for the future. It is based on the teamwork and collaboration of professionals from different disciplines. As a STEM student, you don't need to be an expert in each particular subject. Rather, acquire a mindset that enables you to become part of a highly qualified workforce. Teamwork brings a significant increase in productivity, work satisfaction, and profitability. Collaborative experience also helps to broaden the impact of STEM education, such as by providing access to the world facilities and expertise from around the world. A lack of environmental education has led to numerous challenges that affect the health and well-being of all organisms on our planet. Our environment needs protection, and sustainability became one of the most urgent aspects studied by science, technology, engineering, and mathematics STEM subjects. These subjects are focused on providing solutions to the concerns society has today. The world we live in is changing, and we must face with it. STEM education transforms society by providing learners with a new mindset and skills that are valued in any professions. They enable young people to be adaptable, to look for patterns, to make connections, and to evaluate information. Furthermore, STEM education promotes social awareness. It informs the general public about global issues. As a result, STEM opportunities help us transition to a knowledge-based economy and improve our sustainability literacy. STEM education is an amazing and interesting curriculum that helps students develop skills that will prepare them for the future. So, what are you waiting for? Join and be the part of STEM society, and let us work together to make the world a better place.
Hello, Keynote students. Study well, work hard, and you'll achieve your dreams.
In line with communication skills, STEM students have personal, social, and civic responsibilities as well as interpersonal skills and the ability to engage or collaborate with others through interactive communication. STEM students obtain experience in these scenarios by acting as professional engineers, scientists, innovators, and other utilizing various learning methods. Through hands-on experience with the actual lab and activities, teachers are given the opportunities to deepen their own science content and comfort level and empowered to bring the activities back into their classroom. Using science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM, as a core part of innovation equations, allow individuals to take thoughtful, deep looks at problems and create real-world application for solutions.
want to learn more about STEM practices and innovation? What is STEM? STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. STEM is an academic focuses in advanced concept ideas that enable students to become more competitive and innovative.
STEM is not just a subject at school. It's a way of thinking and doing, and an important skill set that could see your generation working together to solve some of the world's greatest challenges.
Here are some STEM practices and innovations. Because of 21st century, students are able to think critically, solving problem, decision-making, communication, and collaborating with others, analyze information, understand human, cultural, and societal issues related to technology and ethical behavior.
What are you waiting for? Start to develop your creative self through STEM practices and innovation.
STEM education refers to the integrated teaching and learning of the subjects
science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. These four fields share an emphasis on innovation, problem solving, and critical thinking, and together they make up a popular and fast-growing industry.
STEM education is usually presented through hands-on and relevant real-world learning experiences.
We are on the brink of a fourth industrial revolution, and we must increase participation in STEM education subjects to meet the demands of its evolving job market. Technological innovations and disruptors are emerging at an unprecedented speed, obsoleting many of the roles we know today and creating a sharp increase in demand for the digitally competent. The sheer velocity of technological advances makes digital competency notoriously difficult to teach, and there is a seismic gap between the current STEM curriculum and the skills and knowledge required for STEM professions, a gap which will continue to grow unless something is done.
Technological advancement is a major driver of the economic growth and has raised living standards enormously across the globe.
Digital technologies radically transform the structure of organizations and employment models, including teaching and learning. Youth and people who lack high-level technological and interpersonal skills are becoming vulnerable to digital automated jobs. There's a need for targeted and strategic skills that is needed in responding to the changing world. There is growing polarization of labor market opportunities between high and low-skilled jobs, unemployment and underemployment, especially among young people. Globally, almost 75 million youth are officially unemployed. The implication of digital literacy for the fourth industrial revolution is highlighted. Equipping students with STEM education ensures a more innovative and prosperous industry in spite the raging reign of the COVID-19. STEM learners boost productivity and drive competitiveness while generating a host of new ideas. They advance development by doing everything from building roads and bridges to conducting life-saving medical research.
As society innovates and technology advances,
the need for professionals who can find solutions for future pandemics, how this dilemma started, and who can propose practical solutions continues to grow.
Do you want to learn more about STEM? Let's go and find out the STEM practices and innovation. STEM play vital roles in this present century. STEM education provided in educational environments promote interdisciplinary information and skills in life. Here are some STEM practices and innovation. Hypothesis is an educated, testable guess in science, while prediction uses observable phenomena to make future projections. STEM students do these practices when making research paper. It will develop our critical thinking, solving, and curiosity. When STEM students are defending their research paper, they should explain it clearer and more understandable. Giving a concrete evidence will make it more valid. STEM students are designed carrying out experiments experiments. Because of curiosity and imagination, they innovate and do experiments to make it useful to our society. STEM students develop models to visualize complex steps, understand problems, and communicate new ideas. Because of 21st century competences, STEM students are able to think critically, solving problems, collaborating with other students, can access and analyze information, possess curiosity and imagination. In general, we can create new ideas and objects that can help our society become more advanced and economically and industrially developed society. What are you waiting for? Start to develop your creative self through STEM practices and innovation.
Go!
Hello, Forge Club Pillar. Good luck, study hard, work well, and good luck on everything you do.
Mabuhay! Good morning, scholars, teachers, and friends. And good morning, partner. Good morning, partner. Welcome to the day 2 of the virtual seminar workshop on poster presentation, tips, and tricks.
With a theme empowering Pilar National Comprehensive High School students towards higher STEM literacy, research, and innovation.
This event is organized by 4-H Club STEM officers with the support of the STEM coordinator Sir Luel Sulayaw, Assistant School Principal Designee Mrs. Maria Luisa Arevalo, and our very own School Principal Sir Amadeo O. Laguda. Kamusta? Kamusta po kayong lahat? I am hoping that you're all doing fine. Please allow us to introduce ourselves. I am Alexia Uy, STEM 12 Class President and 4-H Club Internal Vice President.
And I am Gia Del Cielo Macayan, STEM 12 Vice President and 4-H Club PRO. And to formally start this webinar, let's have the Philippine National Anthem to be followed by Bicol Regional March and PNCHS hymn.
Dear beloved Bicolanda, home of the Virgin of Peña Francia, renowned for feeling and exceeding from dawn to dusk. We're singing our praise to thee, where the flames, sparkling rivers and seas, hills and mountains breeze adore. From the shores across the seas, all nature's gift to thee abound. Bicolanda, Bicolanda, our native land behold. Albay, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, Masbate, Sorsogon. See this all
All right, now may we all close our eyes and feel the presence of God for the opening prayer to Mr. Brian S. Morris.
Please bow our heads for the opening prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear God, thank you for all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We are truly grateful for them. Thank you for allowing us today to meet and share our knowledge and time with one another in this webinar. May you extend your divine wisdom to our speaker so that he would be able to impart effectively his God's given knowledge to all of us. May he be blessed as he continues to bring his expertise to people who need them. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
It's always nice to start everything with a prayer. Hence, before we start, let us hear first the message of our lovely assistant principal to Mrs. Maria Luisa Arevalo for her opening remarks.
Hello everyone. The 4-H Club in our National Comprehensive High School is back in action. And I would like to invite the students to join in the webinar entitled Writing Scientific Research Paper. For today's, the first day, we will be talking about how to write a research paper. And the second day will be about how to defend the research paper. And I'm sure that your knowledge will be enriched with the fundamental knowledge on the said topic. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Ma'am Luisa, for the warm greetings. This time, let us listen to the message of our dynamic and dedicated school principal, Sir Amadeo O. Baluga.
A pleasant morning to everyone. I am glad and thankful to all the participants in this two-day webinar, and most especially to the 4-H Club members and officers for spearheading this momentous activity. This webinar on writing scientific research paper with the theme Empowering the Pilar National Comprehensive High School Students towards Higher Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Literacy, Research, and Innovation will embody the knowledge and expound fundamental ideas that you as student researchers or would be future scientists and innovators can make use of this to optimize your research knowledge and ideas in the making. And most of all, to our very dynamic, competent resource speakers, as the school head of Pilar National Comprehensive High School, I, on behalf of the administrative staff, the teaching and non-teaching personnel of Pilar National Comprehensive High School, I wish to express my deepest thanks and gratitude for the time, effort, and sharing your expertise in this endeavor, especially to our STEM students, wherein they could make use of this, the inputs or the knowledge, skills that they will gain from this webinar would be very informative or useful for them in their future research endeavors. Diyos mabalos po sa Indo Gabos.
Wow, thank you, Sir Amadeo, for that very meaningful, inspiring message. Let's also welcome Jason Marbella for the presentation of the participant.
Welcome to the second day of the virtual seminar workshop. Today, we will be gaining significant insights regarding the wonders of defending a well-written scientific research paper with the theme Empowering Pilar National Comprehensive High School Students Towards STEM Literacy, Research, and Innovation. However, before we get started, let us acknowledge all the participants of today's event, starting from the Honorable Speaker, Mr. Earl R. Kalingasyon from Ligao National High School to deliver his keynote speech. Secondly, as the 4-H Club Record Officer, I am eager to say thanks to all the grade 11 and grade 12 STEM students and STE students that made their effort in order to show their active participation for today's event. I sincerely hope for each one of us to achieve valuable knowledge and upskilling from this webinar, which are directly relevant to the subjects we are currently dealing with, such as Practical Research 1 and 2, 3 Eyes or the Inquiries, Investigation and Immersion, and Capstone Project or Community-Based Action Project addressing strategically themed learning objectives through network environments. While many of us may have had lessons or experiences in the areas we are covering today, it is of utmost importance that we level the playing field to have a vivid understanding of how shall a group present their scientific research paper. Therefore, I ask for this speaker, Mr. Earl R. Kalingasyon, to please enhance our discussion with insights and examples for your own experiences.
Indeed, now for the continuous success of our program, please be reminded of the following webinar rules that we have to keep in mind before, during, and after the session to be given by Ms. Gwen Maris Malia.
Greetings to everyone. I am Jude Ezra B. Quintanilla, a grade 12 STEM student in a 4-H Club Auditor of Pilar NCHS chapter. I am here to shortly discuss webinar rules in order for us to have a productive interaction throughout the discussion. Turning on your webcams is highly encouraged. However, please close your cameras if you are not asked to avoid distraction. Put your phone on mute when necessary because it causes interruption and distraction in the session. Next, always be respectful to your co-participant and our speakers, and disregard other opinion in the session just because you do not agree to their sentiment. After that, take note necessary information while discussing because it will take as your advantage. Then, listen attentively. Next, provide a feedback through participating during the event. If there are questions, please click the raise hand button or type it in the chat box and wait to be acknowledged. The most important rules in this webinar: enjoy while learning. Good luck and have a significant insight regarding the understanding of preparing written and oral records of our scientific research. God bless us all.
Ayan, thank you so much, Jude. Thank you for all taking the time to join us today. On the previous webinar, we learned a lot about IMRAD. Now, in part 2 of the virtual seminar workshop, poster presentation basic will be discussed.
Sharing is very important. Research findings can be shared in any form, be it oral or written. Hence, now we have Lee and May and Malate to further elaborate the impressions.
Thank you so much, Gia and Alexa. Towards all awesome participants, students and teachers, to our reliable speakers, Sir Earl L. Kalingacion, and to all hard-working committee of this webinar, including to our ever-supportive teacher, Sir Lowell Sulayaw, a warm greetings and fulfilling morning to all of you. Before we proceed, I would like to shortly introduce myself first. I am Lian May Malate, a STEM 12 student of Pilar National Comprehensive High School and the Secretary of 4-H Club Pilar NCHS Chapter. I am tasked to give an impressions on the second part webinar, Writing Scientific Researcher, with the theme Empowering Pilar NCHS Students Towards Higher STEM Literacy, Research and Innovation, which is I am very honored because I have now the opportunity to speak on behalf of all participants of this event. So as you are all aware, last April 8, 2022, the part 1 of Writing Scientific Research Paper webinar was happened, where Sir Jameson Miranda from De La Salle High School gave a keynote speech that tone and support the theme of this event. And the speaker of part 1 webinar is a teacher from the Ligao NCHS, Sir Earl R. Kalingacion, who left a remarkable discussions and knowledge which support the webinar's objectives. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to the people behind this webinar for giving us the opportunity to be more equipped in writing our own scientific research. I would also like to commend the facilitator who managed the Part 1 webinar as well as the today's Part 2 session, and to the Part 1 speaker and keynote speaker who shared effective key points to be utilized. Second, I would like to congratulate all the participants of Part 1 webinar for their active participations and for showing enthusiasm to learn from the last webinar. It is a big opportunity to have a connection between students and experts. Way back then, when we attend in the Part 1 webinar of Writing Scientific Research Paper, we are whole as we came out of the virtual session hall, excited to go back and very enthusiastic to apply what we have learned. In that virtual session, I find it more meaningful, not just because we listen attentively in front of our laptop or cell phone, but because we work within ourselves as a student researchers. According to Sir Jameson Miranda, he wasn't a STEM person. His trainings and orientations are on social sciences and humanities, especially linguistics. However, he delivered a keynote speech clearly and concisely that personally inspired me to embark in the challenges in my current research journey. He shared different forms of IMRAD that the students, researchers, and innovators needed in order to write and conduct well-constructed scientific investigations, where IMRAD I stands for Igos, a Bicol words for perseverance. According to him, there is a lot of things in scientific research that might overwhelm us, But we still need to be persevere at maging maigos according to him for us to be focused on what we are doing in order to reach the finish line of our scientific research. Next, M stand for mission. In conducting scientific research, we need to have a purpose. We researchers should always go back to our purpose and realize why we conduct this investigation. In that way, we will be able to succeed. And then next, Ranga for R, which according to him, Ranga's literal meaning in Bicol is kagaanan ng buot, but he operationalized it in the context of research as love, which means researchers' love for their research, support system of other people around the researchers, a love of the school, a guide of the teachers, and also an initiative of organization and club like 4-H club that support researchers. After Ranga, A stands for action. Sir Miranda said that scientific research will not be complete without disseminating the findings. Disseminating actions is also strengthening and improving your research. Lastly, D stands for disposition, an inherent quality of mind and character. You will reach the success and the end of your research if you will have a strong disposition. You will be able to succeed if you will have a resilience, strong and great mind and character. Again, IMRAD according to Sir Jameson Miranda, IGOS, mission, Ranga, action, and disposition is the things we need to complete and reach the goal of our scientific investigation, where he also emphasized that research does not end in proposal defenses and final defenses because the findings of our research must be presented and be published. Which is a wonderful keynote speech from Sir Jameson Miranda. Above that, Sir Earl Kalingasyon shared his knowledge about the practices in writing research paper. He presented IMRAD as a format and a manner on how we present our research paper. According to him, IMRAD was used nowadays because IMRAD format is easy to publish since it is a summarized version where we can publish the paper in engaging and digestible manner without following a long format or a traditional format. He briefly discussed how we should compose abstract, introduction, methodology, and research and discussions on what to include and how it look like. Indeed, there's a lot of things we learn from the keynote speech of James Oranda and from the discussion of Sir Earl Kalingasyon. I would say that I had a good grasp of the speaker's point and explanation. Hence, I salute their hard work and patience in attending all the participants' needs to learn. And of course, we are genuinely grateful to have Sir Earl Kalingasyon again as a speaker for today's discussion. Thank you so much, sir, for the acknowledgement to some to all participants at this platform. I have no doubt that the objectives of this program will be attained since and the writing scientific research webinar. Again, it is a really big opportunity to have a connection between students and experts like you. I hope that the participants for today's session will attentively participate and listen because this part 2 session will features again the research expert from Ligao National High School, SDO Ligao City, Albay, that will fantastically discuss and explain topics that will surely guide us as a students in our research paper preparations on writing and oral defense. Additionally, I hope that the topic and the discussion strategies will be a refresher that can help us venture to our own different research paper defense. I really hope that this event is not only to provide access, progress, and quality learning in we discuss, but also equip us in the much needed skills and ideas that we can use through our research endeavors as a student researchers and educator. I have no doubt that even we virtually interacting, we can create quality writing of scientific research and prepared oral defense if we will just apply what we have learned and what we will learn from this webinar. In fact, our research is not just an informative, but they also are prize-winning and needed. So ayon, I hope Sir Earl L. Kalingasyon will enjoy discussing as well as participants will participate actively and enjoy while learning. Good luck and God bless to all of us as we attend in this webinar. Diyos mabalos po sa satuyang gabos.
I assume na
Thank you so much, Lian.
Ako na ba ang susunod?
Wait. Okay, we can finally start the discussion. But first, we would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to those who are virtually with us today. Most especially to our dear speaker for today's webinar.
Please let us know if you're still with us by commenting on the Zoom chat room and to the comment box of our YouTube live stream. It's available and happening now on Teacher Lowell Vlogs YouTube channel. Make sure to check that out. Hence, before we begin, let's do a little housekeeping. We'll go over some important points to keep in mind so that everyone has a smooth webinar experience.
To avoid interfering with the webinar's flow, please communicate only through this button, in exceptional cases through the chat.
Let's make sure that the microphones are off if not needed to speak up, and please be reminded to remain in your designation. Example for students, your name, low dash, strand and section, and low dash your school, and for our dear teachers, your name, low dash, designation or affiliation, and low dash also your school. Ayan, feel free guys to drop your expectations in the comment section.
And now that everyone is here, we want to say that there will be an evaluation link to be posted later, because before ending the program, make sure to evaluate to get your certificates.
All right, it seems like someone is requesting for a special shout out now. Ayan, your wish is our command. Shout out to all 11 and 12 STEM students and also to all our participants that have been watching via YouTube Live and Zoom. A blessed day to all of you.
And with that, let's welcome Ms. Shalom Makasinag to introduce to us our first speaker for today.
A rainy morning to all of you. I'm here in front of you all to introduce guest speaker for today. Our guest speaker graduated from Bicol University, College of Nursing in Legazpi City in 2010. He is currently a research teacher at Ligao National High School, Science, Technology, Engineering or STE, and will also graduate as a juror at the University of Santa Tomas, Legazpi this year. He is also a managing director of B Creatives. Please join me in welcoming our speaker for today, Sir Earl Kalingasyon.
Okay, thank you for that, Shalo.
Now, without further ado, let's give a big round of applause to our resource speaker, Sir Earl R. Kalingasyon.
Sir, you can proceed na po.
No, sir.
Okay, let's wait for our dear speaker. Okay, we will going to shout out.
Sir, you can proceed na po.
Okay, next time na lang. Nandito na yung guest speaker natin.
Ay,
Okay, sir, you
sorry
can
na.
proceed na po.
Kala ko matagal pa kayo eh. Can I share my screen now? Nakikita nyo lang ang screen ko. Supposedly by now, nakikita nyo na, di ba?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. I think, paano ba sabihin? Nung sinabi ko sa kanya ni Sir Luel nyo na poster presentation, I was under the assumption na magpe-present kayo sa harap ng panel, tama? Yun ba yun? So, hindi ko masyadong natanong kasi busy rin ako. I'd like to thank you all, yung mga nandito, mga teachers and students. Thank you for this wonderful endeavor. I'll be talking about how you present your research effectively, kung paano mo i-convey yung mga nangyari dun sa research niyo. So, this will talk about more with the assumption na may projector kayo or may TV, tapos may laptop kayo, tapos pinoproject nyo yung nandun sa yung laptop. Yun yung working assumption ko. Kasi to be honest, obsolete naman na yung mga naglalagay pa tayo ng mga, alam mo yun, yung mga karton-karton, yung mga kuro-kartolina, mga naglalagay tayo ng mga kahoy, plywood para mag-present. I think that's so obsolete. That's so 2020. Yeah, that's so 2015. Masyado nang luma yung ganung method. Tapos mag-claim tayo ng for innovation. Tapos gagamit tayo ng kopong-kopong na methodology sa pag-present. Parang ang ironic. So, what I'm assuming is you have recorded everything. Giwawa na kayo ng research niyo. And then mag-present na kayo. Nakagawa na kayo ng inyong PowerPoint presentation. That's my working assumption. Okay? Having said that, let's proceed. Let's be very quick. Dahil mas mabilis tayo, mas may impacto sa inyo. Okay, first thing teka lang, ang daya, naka-off ang mga camera ninyo. Piling ko tuloy ako ang pinakagwapo dito. Anyway, kung nakikinig kayo or kung nanonood kayo nito, the first thing that you should understand is that para makapresent kayo ng matino, you should do your own research. Walang magbibigay sa inyo ng more confidence in this world other than knowing what you're doing. So if ikaw yung nag-ambag ng pansit canton, if ikaw lang yung nag-ambag ng juice, if ikaw lang yung nag-ambag para sa place kung saan kayo gagawa at wala kang tinulong sa conduct ng inyong research, for sure, sigurado ako na wala kayong masasagot pag nagtanong na ang panel ng inyong school. I have a reputation of being a very kind, quote and unquote, kind teacher. Pero pagdating ng panel defense, pag nandun na nagpipresent na ng researcher, nagiging ako, DD. Alam niyo yung DD? Alam mo kung anong DD? Durdimonyo. Yan, ganun uri ako ng panel pag nagtatanong. Kasi tinatanong ko lahat, I want it to be very thorough. Kasi yun naman talaga dapat ang ginagawa ng mga nagkikritik. From the smallest detail of the formatting, sa paging, sa paglalagay ng table of contents, hanggang doon sa pinakasulok-sulukan ng hypothesis at ng results, I skim through all that because that is also part of my job. Okay? Next. Use your PowerPoint judiciously. Once you have prepared your presentation, mamaya itatalakay natin kung paano yon. You should remember na kayo ang nagpipresent, hindi yung PowerPoint ninyo. One thing that I hate, as in kinasusuklam ko talaga, is pag mayroon nagpipresent sa akin, binabasa yung PowerPoint. Nakaka-insulto. Parang, di ba ako marunong magbasa? Like, don't you expect na marunong na ako magbasa by this time? Kaya babasahin mo sa akin ng yung PowerPoint. And you know what else it tells me? Kapag binabasa lang ang PowerPoint in toto, that person is not prepared. Pag binabasa lang ang PowerPoint, yan yung taong pabuhat sa grupo. Yan yung walang naitulong, naiambag. You know that. Kasi pag nag-prepare ka, kahit walang PowerPoint presentation, you know the contents of your research. Hindi yung asa ka sa PowerPoint na prepare ng kaibigan mong may alam. Masama, pinagawa nyo pa sa iba. Very bad. Huwag yung gawin yun. Okay. In a good PowerPoint presentation, there should be a maximum of 8 lines. 6 to 8 lines per slide. Mas konti, mas maganda. So, 6, okay na yun. 30 words per slide. It's never, pag sinabi kong 30 words, it's never na, bibilangin ko 1, 2, 3, 4, para namang tanga. Parang kumbaga, it's a working operation sa utak ninyo na, hey, masyado nang mahaba to. Ang presentation ko. I think masakit na sa mata. Because again, the PowerPoint should be just a guide. It's a visual guide and you will still be the main tool na nagpipresent. You are the presenter, not your PowerPoint. So, ito pa, ang pinaka-ayaw na ayaw ko sa lahat na I actually made a whole video series about this, kung paano gumawa ng audio at video pag nagpipresent para sa kung ano man. Pangit na may mga background music yung mga PowerPoint ninyo. Tapos tanggalan niyo yung mga animation. Di ba? Yung pag may clean yung ganun. Napakapangit nun. Mga 2012 pa yun maganda. Noong 2012 maganda yun. Noong 2012 para iba yung itsura ng mga magaganda nun. Uso pa nun yung manipis na kilay. Uso pa nun yung mga blush on na akala mo manikin. Yun yung maganda nung 2012. Yan. Yung mga sound effects ng mga PowerPoint, maganda rin yun nung 2012. 2022 na, 10 years after, pangit na yun. Kasi nakaka-distract, tapos lalo na halimbawa online, tapos naka-headset tayo lahat, napakapangit ng mga kada transition. Napakapangit. Okay? Next thing we have to understand is that you should be using the AIMRAD outline. Okay? Sabi sa inyo, madalis lang ako. Again, abstract, introduction, methodologies, na wala kayong methodologies, research, and discussion. Okay? So, the introduction should be more or less 3 to 4 slides. Ano yung nandun? Bakit kailangan ko makinig sa inyo? Yun yung number 1 na nandun. Bakit kailangan ko makinig sa inyo? Because if hindi nyo na-explain, bakit ako makikinig sa inyo? You get me? Okay. Tapos you put your research in the context kung anong ginagawa nyo talaga. Is it a follow-up study? Is it an original study? Is it a verification study? By now, you should know kung ano yung mga sinasabi ko dahil trabaho yun ng research teacher ninyo na dapat alam nyo na yan. Okay? I assume sila walang research teacher ninyo. Otherwise, hindi ako manlilibak. Okay. Gumamit ng visuals. The first thing is hindi dapat word ang unang makikita ng mga panel ninyo. Dapat hindi agad words, kundi use a good photograph, use a result ng inyong study. Halimbawa, pag may gusto kang i-present ng mga ibon, mga study mo, ang una mo bang ipapakita sa introduction mo ay words? No. Ang ipapakita mo ay birds. Halimbawa, ang gusto mong ipakita ay mga seaweeds. Ang una mo bang ipapakita? Words? No. Seaweeds. Kasi yun yung study mo. You catch the attention of the panel you are presenting to para makinig sila sa'yo all throughout. And you can do this by using good visualization. Okay? Then, most importantly, na nandun sa introduction ay dapat clearly stated yung hypothesis ninyo. Again, siguro naman nakaalpas na tayo sa panglaylayan na definition ng hypothesis na educated guess. Okay? You know what a hypothesis is. I don't need to explain that. Kailangan stated yun clearly doon. Yes, Jericho, you are raising your hand. Ano po yun? May nagtatanong ba? May nag-raise ng hand. Ano yun? Wala man? In 3, 2, 1. No objections? Proceed. Okay. So that's your introduction. 3 to 4 slides. Explain nyo kung ano yung research ninyo. State the hypothesis. Start with a picture, a photograph, a video clip. Pero yung mga video clip dapat mga sobrang ikli lang. Okay? Ang pinaka-hate na hate ko, ganito ha. Kapag nag-start ang program, yung napakahaba ng oras na binibigay sa prayer, sa national anthem, it's just too tiring. Isipin mo kung halimbawa may 8 grupo na magpipresent. 8 beses kayo magpe-pray? How when is that? Kung 5 minutes ang isang prayer times 8, that's 40 minutes na sinayang ninyo para lang sa prayer. I mean, mabait naman si Lord. Pero wag niyo namang gawing bingi. Isahan lang. Okay? Next. Okay. The materials and methodology, ito typically 2 to 3 slides. Kasi gusto mo lang naman state dito kung ano yung method na ginawa ninyo. Okay? So dito, maganda kung makakapakita kayo ng results. So, halimbawa, nagtitest kayo ng algae. Ipakita nyo agad yung zone of inhibition. Or nagtitest kayo ng antibiotic, ipakita nyo agad yung zone of inhibition. Ipakita nyo agad yung striking na result. It should be a picture or a graph. Halimbawa, nag-survey kayo, ilan ang ayaw pa rin mag-face-to-face dahil for variety of reasons. Ipakita ninyo ano yung mga dahilan. Number 1 na dahilan ba? Dahil ayaw nila sa mga kaklase nila. Number 2 ba? Dahil walang pogi dun sa mga kaklase nila. Walang maganda. Yun ba yung main reason nila? Dapat nakikita yun automatic in a graph. Kasi, assuming na nag-present kayo, hindi nyo kailangan lahat ilagay doon sa PowerPoint. Kasi, the assumption is kung 4 ang panel ninyo, kada isa doon sa kanila may copy ng manuscript ninyo. And remember, yung manuscript ninyo, nandiyan yung results, lahat, mababasa nila. So kung may kailangan sila, dapat wala, nandun sa paper. Hindi nyo kailangan ilagay dun sa PowerPoint. Ang nandun lang dapat sa PowerPoint is yung pinaka-striking na result na magsasagot doon. Yan. Pinaka-striking na result, sa results, pinaka-striking na kung ano yung makikita doon sa research niyo, ano yung kinalabasan? Nasagot ba yung hypothesis? Should you accept or reject your hypothesis? What does it mean if your hypothesis is rejected or accepted? It should be there. Okay? Wala dapat na mamiss sa important na details na sumasagot sa main hypothesis. Okay? Ito pa, bawal kayong gumamit ng light colors. Again, bawal gumamit ng light colors. Hindi kayo dapat gumagamit ng light colors sa inyong mga figures. Ano yung mga light colors? Pink, bright red, neon green, neon blue. Bakit? Kasi pag projector mo yan, pangit yan. Hindi yan kasi halimbawa, typically sa Pilipinas, hindi naman tayo nandun sa mga auditorium. I'm thinking of a DepEd setup na may bintana, may kurtina, ganun. Pag hindi nyo control yung lighting sa labas, kahit gaano kalakas yung projector ninyo, pangit ang kalalabasan yan. Kumbaga, i-avoid na ninyo yung very light colors. Dapat mas malakas ang contrast. Ideally, gusto ko ang mga presentation pag nag-present sa amin is naka-black and white lang. Kasi malakas ang contrast ng black and white. Okay? This is a suggestion. Hindi ko kayo dinidiktahan. Hindi ko kayo sinasabi na dapat ito lang ang tama. I'm just saying, kung gusto niyo makita agad yung mga gusto niyo ipakita, dapat may contrast. Dapat yung text mag-appear siya agad sa mata. Okay? Ilagay ang statistical results on the slides by including p-values. Ano yung mga p-values? May mga statistical treatment kayo, dapat kita agad yung critical value, nalampasan ba yung critical value? I'm assuming you have statistics, right? STEM. Okay. So, dapat nandyan yan lagi. And, halimbawa, may marami kayong graph. Marami kayong data na ipipresent. They should be placed in a logical order. Hindi chronological order, hindi alphabetical order. It should be arranged in a manner which it makes sense. Kumbaga, you're telling a story kung ano yung ginawa mo sa research ninyo, that should make sense. Dapat mag-make sense siya. Okay? Okay. Proceed. Okay. Ala? Hindi na naalis. Ganun pala yun. Ayan mo na. Okay. Paano mag-erase? Clear all drawings. Okay, good. See. Tell the panel about your research. Dapat, nagkukwento ka tungkol sa research mo. Halimbawa, may study kayo. It's about a species of bat. Halimbawa, may na-discover kayo na bagong bat and ang study ninyo is gusto ninyong malaman kung undiscovered pa yon. In-observe niyo yung habitat nila, ano yung niche nila. Kumbaga, nag-investigate kayo about a particular species of bat. You don't have to tell yung mga panel ninyo kung ano ang Pilar. Pilar is a first-class municipality located in the blah, 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 blah. No, you don't because taga doon na yung mga panelists ninyo. And it's irrelevant to the study. What should you be telling your panelists is the things that are relevant to your research. Get me? Okay. Focus on presenting on the actual conduct of the research. Okay? Kung ano yung mismong ginawa ninyo sa research, yun dapat yung pinipresent nyo sa inyong mga panelist. No less, no more. Hindi na kayo magpapadistract sa kung ano-ano kasi limited ang time ninyo. Typically, you're just given 10 minutes for your presentation. Okay? Paano na mag-proceed? Ganito. Okay. Okay. Siguro last na to. Okay. And ito na. Ang pinaka-importante, a day or 2 days before, kailangan niyo mag-practice kung paano kayo mag-present. You can either do this by role-playing with your group mates, may mag-act as presenter, may mag-act as panelist. Paano niyo magagawa yon? Know your research. First and foremost, know your research. Alamin niyo kung ano yung laman ng research niyo. Use the IMRAD format as your guide. Kasi kung gagamitin niyo yung IMRAD, hindi kayo maliligaw. Para ma-anticipate ninyo kung ano yung mga itatanong ng panel. Usually, yung panel magtatanong kadalasan doon sa sa hypothesis ninyo, kung ano, at kung ano ang inyong statement of the problem. The number 2, ano yung results. Kadalasan dyan magpo-focus ang panel. Anong gagawin ninyo, tapos anong nangyari. Okay? And anong gagawin ninyo? As a group, be harsh with each other. Kailangan prepared. Kailangan kung sino yung pinakawalang alam, kung sino yung pinakawalang naiambag, at least yun briefed. Kasi ganito ako. Sabi ko sa inyo kanina, DD ako as a panel, Dordemonyo. Okay, anong ginagawa ko? Pag nahalata ko kung sinong walang alam, yun usually ang tinatanong ko. So you have to secure your weakest link pagdating sa inyong mga kagrupo. Dapat, yung pinakawalang naiambag, dapat pinaka-oriented ninyo yun. Kasi pag nakita ng mga panelist ninyo kung sinong pinakawalang alam, yun ang pupunteryahin ng mga tanong. O di ba? Alam ninyo kung sino yung mga gumawa. Alam din ninyo kung sino ang mga walang masyadong naiambag. You should know your group. And at least man lang sa presentation, may maitulong sila at hindi sila pabigat. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Proceed. Practice individually in front of a mirror. Paano mag-greet sa panelist ninyo. Paano nyo i-greet yung mga nandoon na audience. Practice this. Practice, practice, practice. Kasi believe me, pag nagpipresent ka na, pag nakasalalay na ang iyong pag-graduate sa senior high school, mamamanhid ang inyong mga panga. Sobrang mamamanhid yan. Naminod sa Bicol. Yan. Halos hindi na kayo makagalaw. Bakit? Oxygen deprived na ang inyong mga muka dahil hindi nyo napapansin, heavy breathing na kayo. Kaya, kumbaga, parang numb na kasi kulang na ng oxygen. So, you should practice this. Practice this a lot. So, I think that should end my presentation. Kung kailangan nyo ng mga tanong, go ahead, ask your questions. I'm ready to answer them and more than willing to help you out. Okay? Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Sir Earl, for the mind-blowing discussion. We highly appreciate your presence today and your efforts to share your knowledge about poster presentation.
Indeed, it was a meaningful morning to all of us. Hence, at this juncture, we will have a question and answer session and the participants are allowed to ask questions. You may use the chat box or raise hand button so we can easily notice you and give you the opportunity to speak through your mic. Please take note that only related questions will be entertained.
Di po mo, natawag pang nag-upload.
Feel free to ask in the comment section, guys.
No personal question allowed. Should be about the topic.
Let's check on YouTube.
Okay, just wait.
You can also comment on YouTube. Teacher Lohan
Comment on
Vlogs channel.
To those students, kindly question, sir, for your final defense. Okay.
Wala na? Okay na? Mukhang walang tanong ah.
Okay, questions, guys.
Sir, ako na lang. Maapot, sir. Kasi
Go
we
ahead.
have a final defense on May.
Sige, go ahead.
What about some message po, sir, to those who are not confident on public speaking?
Practice. I mean, there's no going around it. Practice. Doon kayo sa harap ng mirror, mag-practice kayo. Pag-practicean nyo ang nanay nyo, you just have to practice. I mean, there's no... I mean, your mouth is a muscle. Kailangan nyo lang i-train yung muscle memory nyo na mag-present in front of many people. I'm sure, mga chismosa naman kayo sa mga personal nyong buhay. May kaibigan naman kayo. I mean, don't deny it. Come on. May mga moments din kayo na makikipag-maritesan dyan sa mga favorite ninyong kaibigan. It's the same. It's just different kasi mas malawak na yung audience niya. If you know your material, dun magagaling yung confidence nyo na mag-present. So, if you know your research, if you practice well, you'll be able to get the confidence that you need.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Okay. Another question?
Sir, is it really required po ba to speak formal English in presenting final defense?
It depends on your institution. It really depends on your institution kung sino ang in charge at ano ang i-require nila. Normally sa amin, kapag nag-present, yes, i-require namin na English. Pero kapag nagko-question and answer na, para mas maka-express, we allow code switching naman. Wala naman yon. I mean, hindi naman yung kasama sa rubric. I think, pag sa amin, hindi kasama yun sa rubric. Pero, mas maganda na sinasanay na ninyo na mag-present kayo using English and then question and answer, saka na kayo mag-code switching. At least, that's how we do it. Hindi ko sinasabi na dapat yun ang gawin ninyo.
Okay. Sir, can you please elaborate po yung stating the logical order or what to include on that logical order?
Okay. Pag sinabi kasi natin chronological order, ano yung ginawa nyo pasunod-sunod? Pag sinabi natin na logical order, ano yung mga statement of the problem ninyo? Ano yung mga research questions na gusto ninyong sagutan? Kung magpe-present kayo kung ano yung pasunod-sunod ninyong ginawa, it may not necessarily coincide kung ano yung mga questions na gusto ninyong sagutan. Kasi kung ano yung statement of the problem ninyo, ano yung specific research questions na gusto ninyong sagutan, yun yung magdi-dictate kung ano yung results and methodologies ninyo. So, kaya ako sinasabi na logical order. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. May mga question pa ba?
From Laika Luis Escanio, we have a question. What to do when you're having a mental block during presentation po? Wow, very relatable.
Relatable. That's what I did.
Geto pag may mental block. Pag may mental block, go back to your manuscript. Tingnan niyo yung manuscript niyo. Kasi dapat nandun lang naman ang tanong. My assumption is that magtatanong ang mga panel ninyo kung ano nandun sa manuscript. Beyond that, I don't think magtatanong naman sila. Pag nag-mental block kayo, there's just no going about it. You have to practice para maiwasan nyo yung mental block na yan. Para maiwasan nyo yung mental block, gumawa kayo ng key cards kung ano yung mga ina-anticipate ninyong questions and kung ano yung mga isasagot nila sa inyo. There's just no way of getting around it than being prepared. Yung mental block, halimbawa, having said that, nagawa mo na lahat yun. Tapos nandun ka na sa oras na mental block ka na. Take 10 seconds to 30 seconds. Ayusin nyo yung mga paghinga ninyo. Kasi usually, ang cause ng mental block, hindi mo napapansin, nahihirapan ka na palang huminga. Breathe. As in, things like that.
Okay, another question from Karen Lubrigo. She stated that, "Good morning, sir. We are tasked to make a quantitative research. It should be experimental. So as for the research title, how can we make sure that it's applicable for the quantitative experimental research?" To be specific, my question is how to make a quantitative experimental title research. Okay, can we request Karen Lubrigo to open her cam so she can elaborate the questions? I mean the question.
Saan si Karen? Hi, Karen.
Karen Lubrigo. Miss Karen Lubrigo. Can you open your camera?
Oh, someone is raising. I'm shy.
I'm shy.
I'm shy daw. Okay.
To be honest, ang tanong na ito, parang ang tanong na ito, wala pa kayo naumpisahan. This should not be. Dapat ang tanong na ito, tinanong 3 weeks ago. Dapat tinanong ito 3 months ago. Parang ang tanong nyo sa akin kung ano itsura ng quantitative research.
Apo.
I remember, ano yung quantitative research? Ang quantitative research different from qualitative research in that iba ang objectives nila. Okay? Kung magkaiba sila in kung ano yung purpose nila. Ano yung pakay ng qualitative, iba yun sa quantitative. Ang basihan lang naman kasi, hindi sa title. Ang basihan is kung ano yung mga objectives na gagawin ng isang research. Doon mo masasabi kung siya ay qualitative or quantitative. And kung ano yung magdidikta ng methodology ninyo. First is the nature of the problem. Anong uri ng problem ang gusto nyo yung itackle for your research? Now, if that problem is requiring a quantitative research, you do a quantitative research. If yung title is a qualitative, mag-require ng qualitative, you do qualitative research. You cannot start na qualitative siya at ita-transform mo siya into quantitative, ganun naka-formulate ka ng problem. It doesn't work like that. You have to understand it doesn't work like that. Na quantitative siya at gagawin, ay qualitative pala. No. Kasi ang subject matter ang magdidikta kung ano ang inyong research methodology to be used, whether quantitative or qualitative. Mahirap tong sagutin because this question should have been asked 3 months ago. Any suggestions for how to begin or greet panels in a presentation during defense? Introduce yourself. Hi, I'm blah 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 from group so on and so on. Good morning researchers, good morning panelists. Huwag nyo nang isa-isahin. It's so painful to me na iniisa-isa ang mga panelists. Isang general statement lang. Good evening, our respected panelists. Something like that.
Sir, how about naman po, di ba, may times na may mga question yung mga panelists na hindi namin kayang sagutin. Paano po namin yun masasagot na parang...
As much as possible, iwasan nyo yung mga moments na hindi nyo masasagot. Pero darating talaga yung point na hindi nyo talaga alam ang sagot. One, it's either na overlook nyo. Two, pangit yung tanong ng panel. So, wala tayong magagawa doon. That's beyond your control. Ang tawag natin doon, extraneous variable. Pag hindi nyo talaga alam, respectfully say na hindi nyo alam kung ano yung sagot, you'll go back to your research and i-relay nyo sa kanya as soon as possible kung ano yung tamang sagot dun sa tanong niya. Do it in a very respectful manner kahit pangit yung sagot ng panelist, huwag nyo paglabasin na ganun. Be respectful in saying to the panelist that at the moment, hindi po namin alam yung sagot. We'll get back to you once we have reviewed our paper. Okay. Paano i-summarize? What do you mean? Is it really recommended to summarize? Yeah, you should summarize kasi less is more. I believe that. Less is more. Kung ano yung pinaka-content na pwedeng ilagay niyo doon na maging malinaw pa rin yung PowerPoint presentation, do it. Summarize it. Kung bawal ang colored sa presentation, hindi ko sinabing bawal. Yan ang problema pag kulang sa pakikinig. Ang sabi ko, nire-recommend ko na kung maaari, ang mga text ninyo ay hindi light colors. Yun ang pakasabi ko sa PowerPoint. Hindi ko sinabing bawal. Kasi useful ang colors, lalo pag gusto nyong i-distinguish ang ilang mga variables sa isang graph. So sinasabi ko lang, as much as possible, huwag gumamit ng light colors, gumamit ng high contrasting color scheme. Okay? How can we make our research easier? Unang-una, sa lahat ng bagay, whether it is research, whether it is any other aspect in our life, magiging madali kung prepared kayo. Walang magiging madali. Kumbaga, punta kayo doon ulit sa pagpili sa category. It should have been discussed to you kung ano yung mga criteria kung paano pumili ng research topic. Number 1 doon is kung ano yung capability ninyo at kung ano ang interest ninyo as a researcher. Kasi number one na factor sa research, hindi ang research topic, kundi ang researcher. So if you are knowledgeable about a particular field, tingnan din nyo kung kaya ba ninyong gastusan ang ganung uri ng research. Kaya ba ng time ninyo yung research na iyon? That should always be the first things to ask. Kaya ba ninyo within this given time frame? Kaya ba ng mga pera ninyo? Kaya ba ng mga utak ninyo? Kasi if it goes beyond your capacity, no matter how good the research is, hindi nyo magagawa. I am a research teacher. Over the years, may mga magaganda kaming problem na nire-reject ko simply because hindi kaya sa time frame ng isang taon. Simply because it will take 3 to 5 years to accomplish a study. And sinasabi ko, keep this problem, keep niyo yung presentation ninyo na ito, gawin niyo sa college. So yeah, I think I have answered the question. I hope I did. Ideally, references, no. Ilagay nyo ang references doon na sa pinaka-last. Kasi, what's the assumption? The assumption is, nandun na siya sa manuscript. Meron pang tanong? Doon tayo sa mga personal tanong kay Lowell.
Gusto mo yan, sir?
Palabasin nyo yan. Daya-daya. Tago ng tago sa camera. Tanong pa? Wala na?
Wala.
There's no question.
Wala na. Awarding certificate of
Dear participants, wala bang questions?
Okay na.
Wow, from our YouTube live, we have a participant from Switzerland. Sabi, maganda po from Switzerland.
Okay. Since wala na kayong questions, let's end. Okay, thank you to those who stepped up to ask their questions, and of course to Sir Earl, who actively answered all the queries of the participants, and also my questions. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we shall now proceed with the awarding of certificates. First, to our speaker, whose contribution to the success of this event has been very vital. Allow me to read the citation.
Ako na magsasuggest. Dapat, ang certificate ko. Salamat sa gwapo namin speaker. Ganon, mga ganon. Yung pangit yan. Mga generic. Huwag na yan. Dapat alam na niya na ni Lowell. Dapat alam niya. Nababasa ko dapat. Thank you for our handsome speaker. Ganon. Charis lang. Loko ka, Lowell.
Let's wait to our mid-moderators.
Hindi pa yung Lowell yung webcam na pandigma. Yung
Webcam.
Yung substandard. Ayun.
Okay. Allow me to read the citation. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 5, Bicol, Schools Division of Sorsogon, Pilar National Comprehensive High School, 4-H Club of the Philippines, Pilar NCH Chapter, Mariposque, Pilar, Sorsogon. This certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to Earl R. Kalingacion in grateful recognition for his invaluable contribution as a guest speaker in the first virtual seminar workshop writing a scientific research paper with the theme Empowering Pilar National Comprehensive High School Students Towards Higher STEM Literacy, Research, and Innovation, held on the 13th day of April 2022 via Zoom and YouTube Live, given the 13th day of April 2022 via Zoom. Signed by John Russell Ansareda, our 4-H Club President, our very own Lowell Andrian M. Salayo, Master Teacher 1 STEM Coordinator, and of course our Principal, Amadeo O. Laguda.
Another certificate of participation is awarded to participants who registered and evaluated. May I read the citation? Where? Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 5, Bicol, Pilar National Comprehensive High School 4-H Club of the Philippines, Pilar National Comprehensive High School Chapter, Mariposa, Pilar, Sorsogon. Certificate of participation is hereby awarded to, of course, the participants for actively participating in the webinar entitled Writing Scientific Research Paper Virtual Seminar Workshop with the theme Empowering Pilar National Comprehensive High School Students Towards High STEM Literacy, Research, and Innovation on the 30th day of April 22, Zoom and YouTube Live. Given this 30th day of April 22 via Zoom, signed by John Russell Sureda, our 4-H Club President, and also our very own Luel Andrian Sulayao, and our secondary school principal, Mr. Amadeo Olaguda. Thank you very much.
Okay. Now that we're nearing the end of this webinar, we would like to thank the people behind the camera who worked so hard for this event to be a success. To our moderators, Jaisal R. Marbella, Efren Dian Manuel, Brian Morris, John Ray Josos,
Lian Malate.
Okay, now may we request our participants to kindly turn on your cameras because we will be having a photo opportunity. Please open your cameras, guys.
Dear participant, kindly open your camera.
And also, our evaluation link is available na po on the comments chat box. Chat room. Yan. It's good to see everyone.
Hello, our dear participants.
Everyone.
Good morning.
Okay. All right, on a count of 3, 1, 2, and 3. For the next slide, wear your smiles, everyone. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, waki naman kung gusto nyo.
Waki, guys.
1, 2, 3. Great, it's nice to see everyone.
Again, to our dear speaker, Sir Earl, thank you so much. Words are not enough to express our gratitude to have you in this virtual seminar workshop. And now, let's welcome Mr. John Russell Sureda, 4-H Club President, for his words of gratitude.
According to Sarah Horston, research says that it is a formalized curiosity focused on purpose. Once again, good morning everyone. Forever Sir Amadeo Olaguda, Ma'am Luisa C. Arabalo, Assistant Principal of our school, together with a team, 4-H Club officers and members of PNCHS chapter, and our 4-H Club advisor, Sir Luel Andrian Sulayao. We would like to extend our thanks and appreciation to our dear participants, teachers, students, and my fellow researchers. To our speaker, who's all the way from Ligao National High School, Mr. Earl R. Caligacion, thank you so much, sir, for your wisdom, time, and willingness to share with us your knowledge about writing scientific research paper regarding the tips and tricks while doing poster presentation. Truly, we are empowered through this webinar, and you are a big part of it, together with Mr. Jameson and Miranda, since the first part of the webinar held last April 8 of this year. Also, I would like to thank the technical working group composed of the following. Overall Executive Committee, namely Joanna Moica, Alex Shapuy, Lian Ming Malate, Princess J.D. Balding, and Efren Dian Manuel. Registration headed by Alex Shapuy. Evaluation headed by Lian Ming Malate. Webinar hosts from parts 1 and 2, namely Princess Katie Balding, Joanna Huayca, Alexia Uy, and Gia Makayan. Program Committee, headed by Efren Ian Manuel. Video documentation, composed of Jude Estra Quintanilla, Lia Min Malate, John Ray Tiosos, Brian Morris, and Jasville Margarita. Technical webinar hosts from parts 1 and 2, Jasville Margarita, John Ray Tiosos, Lia Min Malate, Efren Ian Manuel, Alexia Uy, Gia Makayan, and Brian Morris. Indeed, this event will not be possible without all of you. Once again, this is John Russell and Sureda, 4-H Club President of the LAR National Comprehensive High School Chapter. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the day. We are done.
Thank you, Russell, for the heartwarming words.
All right, now we would like to thank the following partners.
Okay, kindly wait po.
Okay. We would like to thank the following partners. SB Creative.
Okay. Now for the closing remarks, let's welcome our very own Sir Lowell Sulayaw, STEM Coordinator of STEM Class Advisor. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Thank you very much for attending the part 2 of this virtual seminar workshop. Nagpapasalamat din kami kay Sir Earl. Sir Earl, thank you very much po. Salamat sa pagtanggap ng aming hamon at pressure. At nagpapasalamat din kami sa lahat ng STEM 11 and 12 attendees and faculty members ng PNCHS na kasama namin sa virtual seminar na ito. At ganoon din po sa aming school leaders, Sir Deo at Ma'am Luisa, kami po yung nagpapasalamat. And dear STEM 12, the challenge now is yours. Binigay na ni Sir Earl ang IMRAD, binigay na ni Sir Earl ang mga tips para sa presentation. Nasa sa inyo na yung paano nyo ito i-apply. Alright? So, ang goal natin dito sa webinar series na ito ay empower, equip, bigay sa inyo, i-inform kayo ng mga basic at i-develop kayo bilang buong estudyante, holistic individual upang ang inyo pong research ay mas ma-share pa sa community, sa ating dear stakeholders. So, from PNCHS family, kami po ay nagpapasalamat kay Sir Earl at sa aming mga speakers sa two-part webinar series na ito. And also, gusto din ko pong batiin ang lahat ng kasama namin sa YouTube, ganun din po sa Zoom. Alright? Sa bilang papapasalamat, ini-encourage ko po kayo na mag-like and subscribe sa aming pong FB page, 4H Club PNCHS, ganun din po sa aming YouTube channel, 4H Club PNCHS. And also, gusto ko din pong i-promote ang FB and YouTube ni Sir Earl ng kanya pong grupo, SB Creatives. Okay? And hopefully, inyo pong natanggap ang link, search nyo lamang po sa YouTube, SB Creatives. Alright! So maraming salamat from the bottom of our hearts. Papasalamat po kami. Sir Earl, thank you. See you soon.
Ayan, thank you, Sir Lowell, for your warm remarks and for being one of the persons behind the successful event. The webinar ends here. Thank you so much for your participation in this significant event. You can access the evaluation link in the chat room. Kindly fill that out so we can know your thoughts and takeaways from this webinar workshop. Again, I am Alexia Uy.
And I am Gia Makayan.
Thank you, and we hope to see you in our next endeavors. Stay safe and God bless us all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, dear participants.
To God be the glory.
We love you.
Opo. Shout out to STEM 11 and STEM 12 students. Good morning.
Special shout out to Brian Morris and Joanna Mojica, and also to our teacher,
Ma'am Ana
and Sir Lawrence Kadag.
Siyempre, Sir Lowell.
Our very own energetic teacher, Sir Lowell. Hi,
Okay.
The election is coming, so vote wisely.
Vote wisely, guys.
Vote wisely.
Vote wisely.
Vote wisely.
And also, my upcoming voters education webinar daw po. Tentative date, April 25. Organized by 4H Club of the Philippines.
Oh, Pilar!
Na Antitas Doctor.
Kaya kaibigan, ibahagi na halina't maging isa kasama ang buong barkada sa 4H, 4H, 4H Club. Mga karaksang magmamarka sa inyo ang 4H, 4H.
You can check, guys, Project Stellar page on Facebook, Teacher Lowell Vlogs, and 4H Club of the Philippines, Pilar and CHS Chapter. Make sure to check that out. Subscribe.
And of course, the evaluation link is also
It's available in the chat room, guys. You can check it out.
so that you can get your certificates.
Sama-sama tayo sisilbing sa 4H, 4H, 4H Club. Mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4H.
STEM great. To our dear parents who is also watching now, good morning po. Thank you for the support. Okay, this webinar ends here.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Record.
Kasama ka sa bawat kilos at siya. Isang samang hangaray tagumpay sa loob ng paralan at lipunan. Tara, sama na't sumali ka sa 4H, 4H, 4H Club. Mga aral at gawain ang hatid sa inyo ng 4H, 4H, 4H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4H Club nila. Sa 4H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga, ang 4H Club sumusuporta. Kaya kaibigan, maging bahagi na, halina at maging isa, kasama ang buong barkada. Sa 4H, 4H, 4H Club, mga karanasang magmamarka sa inyo. Ang 4H, 4H, 4H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4H Club nila. sa inyo ng 4H, 4H, 4H Club. Ako, ikaw, sila tayo sa 4H Club nila. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sa 4H Club, kasama ka, estudyante ang bida. Ang pag-aaral ay mahalaga, ang 4H Club sumusuporta.